So tomorrow is Mother's Day. You're welcome if you forgot. So speaking of Mother's Day, I think I mentioned to you guys a little while ago that my sister Colleen, she's pregnant with her first. Now this will be the first grandkid for my parents and first niece or nephew for me. So we're pretty excited about that. And so Colleen, she gave birth to a healthy baby boy yesterday morning. I'll tell her you clapped. And his name is Maximilian David Masters. So good name, Max Masters. And big baby, about 10 pounds. 10 pounds, yeah. Do you want to see a picture? Okay. Okay, since you insist, since you twist my arm, yeah, let's see. There's Colleen there. Oh, yeah, look at that. Very nice. So I was going to text Colleen back and say, hey, great picture, Colleen. The baby's face is kind of in the shadows. Could you send another one, But I heard a couple days ago, said, don't joke with your sister at this time. So mothers, is that good advice? That was good advice, okay. So I did not, but my mom sent another picture. So here's another picture of his, there you go. There you go, oh, look at that. So that's Maximilian David Masters. So, of course, we love to see pictures of babies with their moms. It reminds us as well of our moms and how much sacrifice our moms went through for us. And there's a special bond. I mean, we have a special bond with our dads, of course. But there is a special bond with our moms. What is that? Different reasons. One reason, mom had us in her womb for those 9 months and nursed us and nurtured us growing up. When they show football players on the sideline, who do they say hello to? Hi, Mom. Sorry, Dad, but his hi, Mom. Even at my ordination, the bishop was going on and on about the mother of a priest. And afterwards, my dad said, what about me? Father's Day is coming up. But we thank the Lord for our moms. We all have that inherent need to be part of a family, right? Our immediate family. We want to be loved. That's deep in our hearts. We want to be loved. We need to be loved. We hear in the scriptures from the second reading in the gospel, a great emphasis on love. As St. John says, beloved, let us love one another, especially your mothers. Oh, that's amazing. I said that. No, it doesn't say especially your mothers. We're all called to love our mothers, but he says, beloved, let us love one another, not just our moms, not just our dads, not just our brothers and sisters, not just our aunts and uncles. Well, uncles, they're pretty good. Our cousins, family members, friends. Love one another because love is of God. Because whoever is out loved does not know God. We don't know God if we don't have love in our hearts. If we have hate in our hearts, then we can't love God. As we hear in the gospel, Jesus gives us this commandment. This is my commandment. Love one another as I love you. He loved us to the end. He sacrificed for you and for me on the cross. He showed it. If you notice at the beginning it says, Jesus says, as the Father loves me, so I also love you. This is the first time in the Gospels that he says this, I love you. In the Gospels, it doesn't say that. that he says, I love you. He could have said that at different times, but this is the only time that he says this in the gospel because he showed it. He showed it. And we know he meant it. Now, of course, we are called to say, I love you, especially to our mom, to our dad, to our family members, to others, our spouse. We're called to love each other. And at the end of the gospel, Jesus says this I command you, love one another. Love one another. How is our love for each other? How is our love for our family members? It's easy for us to say, I love you to our immediate family members, right? But we're called to love everybody. We're called to love those in the community, even our enemies. But I want to focus on that tonight. What I want to focus on, how is our love for our parish family, for our brothers and sisters in Christ, all the baptized? Because those who are baptized, we have a special bond, a special spiritual family bond that can even be deeper than a blood bond. It's a mystery, but it's a reality. So how is our love for each other? Now, of course, I'm not saying, and it would be a little awkward if you were to turn to the person next to you, closest to you that you don't know and say, I love you. That would be a little awkward. So whatever you do, just don't look at them right now. Just because just look straight ahead. Just look straight ahead. When we come into church, a lot of times we go to our familiar place, right? We're creatures of habit. We go to that same area, more or less, of the pew, and we maybe, because we've been introducing ourselves to each other in this past year, maybe we know those around us now. Like I even heard a story of somebody said, Father, thanks for doing that because actually we never knew the people sitting right in front of us, but after you started that, we've been going out every week to breakfast on Saturday mornings. And so that started a relationship with them just by introducing themselves to each other. Do we love each other? Do we love not just those in the pews next to us, but in this section? Do we love everybody in this section? We're even called to love those in this section right here. Even though they're closest to the music and to the screens, we're called to love them. How about this section? We're called to love everybody in this section. And this section. Even in this section. Even this section. And even the seats. And the seats as well. And even in the Adoration Chapel room, yes. Hi, over there, yes. And even in the narthex, sitting in the chairs, yeah, back there. We're called to love everybody. But how are we doing with our love for each other? Those are our brothers and sisters in Christ. That's why next week we're going to have a survey, an opportunity for you not to say, well, do I like the lights or not, or the screens or not, or the music or not. It's to really see how connected we are to each other and to our mother, the church, because our church is our mother as well, our spiritual mother. And so we're going to try to see what the reality is, because before I can plan and we can plan on what to do next year, 2 years, 3 years, we need to know where we're at. Are we feeling the love here at the parish? Do we feel part of a family? Do we feel connected? Or is it just come in, go out, we're done, that's it? Are we part of a family? Do we feel part of the family? How are we connected spiritually? Are our needs being met? We need to know that, and I need to know that. I want to know that as your pastor. I want to see where you're at. For us to have an honest assessment there. And then we can go forward. Then we can go forward as a family together with a common mother, our church, with our Mother Mary interceding for us. She leads us to Jesus always. Mary, thank you for being our mother. Thank you for uniting us. Please intercede for our mothers, living and deceased, who have shown so much love toward us. Help us, Mary, to love Jesus more and more, to love not only those in our immediate family, but those in our parish family as well.